Well, we've seen that, haven't we, that man can be mediocre, not terribly good, not terribly bad, and at times extreme. An absolute menace, the marauding hordes of Central Asia, or perhaps the epitome at other times of what we value in civilization. The Tartarian notion of a world order. Yes, associated at least with an extraordinary technology, but perhaps an overall peacefulness, a confederation of states across the world that perhaps let people be their own culture and religion, but were blessed with the technology that came, the magnificent, perhaps healing buildings that would protect and keep you safe from both the elements and spiritually. The right sounds, if you like, from the bells, and the right light through the windows, the warmth of the buildings coming up from the foundation of the earth. The astonishing technology, and perhaps a religion that was not the religion of the mediocre type of being of man, which by comparison the Mediterranean climate, the Roman and Greek and so on, they saw themselves as civilized, and they saw the other, well, they only saw the bad extreme of these barbaric people beyond the empire, and dismissed them accordingly, of course. And what we might call the value system or the religion or what have you, the cultures of such accordingly, the steppe people who are wanderers, the Mediterranean people who'd got it all, nice big lake to live around, the Mediterranean Sea provided food and fairly passive compared to the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, wasn't it? Not that passive, mind you. I mean, ships got wrecked, get storms, but they'd had it all. Whereas the ones forced, possibly in a sense, into the colder climates had to battle with it all. The vicious cold of Central and Northern Asia and so on, Europe. And it made a different people, a different view of what culture needs to be. A different civilized view as they saw it. I'm not saying either is right. I'm saying it's what happened to man in different circumstances and environments. And it may be revealing, may be a byroad. Let me pause. Well, I think it's something of this, that if we come to our relationship with others, even our study of history and man and world civilizations, if we come at it from a perspective of we are children, both we that are looking at and they that we are looking at, they're children, and children respond very locally to the immediate environment and the now. It's an ice cream, I'm happy. I'm tired, I want to sleep. I'm hungry, I'm crying. Children are very spontaneously in the present. And incidentally, that's a lesson to the Buddhist, that the present is not necessarily by any means a place of peace and fulfillment and nirvana, any more than the past or the future is. That we can see and what we can see of it in this life. And we reach out to something beyond. My soul longs for you. A sort of perfection, both of personhood as in the form of God and mature persons in heaven, and indeed in terms of environment, namely a spiritual existence, free from the physical conundrums and problems and concerns. Jesus' story furnishes us with at least a way, if not the way, as is claimed. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. We've taken this to be some sort of Christian monopoly bid. But perhaps not. Perhaps he's saying, your freedom from suffering, as the Buddhist might see it, is actually this way. To realize what you truly value and worship it with all your heart, soul, mind and strength. You may value, for instance, you may not, but you may value peace and joy and love and hope and meaning to life, and life, health, vitality, creativity, wisdom, understanding, compassion, love, joy, and I'm probably starting to repeat the list now, but you may value that. Then worship it. The personification of such will help you to worship it, because we relate to persons, not concepts. Our joy is in fellowship and communion. So you must have in mind the perfect person, your idea of the perfect person, not mine, yours. The personification of your values, because that's all that you truly love. And to impose on you that you should be loving something else is just alien. It won't do. It will be just ramming it down your throat against your true nature. But being in this world seems to change our nature, whether it's into something fierce like hordes of Central Asia, or whether it's something perhaps imagined, really, to be perfect, like Tartarian society. I don't think it was perfect by any means. Looks a bit Victorian to my mind, but you know, in some sense, it's perfect. It's upright. It's peaceful. It's not at war, and so on. And it's a technology that seems to be freely spread across the world. Mind you, you can see this in the Western secularity. They want to spread their technology. They're desperate to do it. That's what advertising's about. Yes. Oh dear. Come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. In that sense, I think Jesus is meant to be the way in the story. And, well, you won't know unless you try it. Try what, Marshall? Well, whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things. I think gratitude will overwhelm you and sweep you into the kingdom of God. I've found that to be the case myself. And I'd love it if you did too. Yes, bless you. And in my view, I think you are blessed because, like it or not, God is still God and loves you. And nothing can stop him, in my view, bringing you to life eternal. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.